Hello, hello, and welcome to our Light Your Dream Team call. Great to have you join us. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about setting our goals for the new year for 2022, where you want to be in your business with Mia Bella. So, what I did end of December, beginning of January, I wrote down my goals. Looks like a little kid did it, but I did it. And I hang this right in front of me at my desk so I see them every day. So some of the goals that I have for this year is to help two team members hit director rank. I want to do a minimum of 300 personal volume each month. I want to do more vendor events. I really have a lot of fun doing them. I'm meeting more people, getting the word out in my local area about Mia Bella candles more, and want to do more fundraising. So I have all my goals written down. And then I have my action sheet. How am I going to get to these goals? What are the action steps I'm going to take to get to these goals? And I'm not going to read it all, but I have it all written down. This is in front of me all the time too. But the one thing I do like is right up here in the corner. It says, when I feel like giving up, I tell myself, and I have the reason why I'm doing my business. And that's what I want to talk to you today about is your why and why you are building your business. And I think the big reason why we fail to reach our goals each year is because we fail to make the emotional connections to take action and to accomplish them. Why do you want to build a Mia Bella business? What is your why? I'm sure you heard this before, but what is the why that makes you cry? What is so important to you? What are your key motivators? If you don't have a why, you won't follow through with your goals because they both tie together. And my why is my kids, and it's been that way for years. I'm building that residual income that will come in each month for them after I've done the work. It's something I can leave for my three kids to help them with their lives. And that is what is important to me. That is my why, and that is my key motivator. My kids, my family. And let's be brutally honest here. Most people are not very resilient. We say we are, but many of us are not. We try something once, and if we fail, we refuse to do it again because of the fear of embarrassment, or you compare it to others that who succeeded doing what you tried to do. So hanging on to previous disappointments will stop you in your tracks when it comes to goal setting. Fear stops many people from taking action. They just keep on doing the same old things that they've always done. Fear of stepping out of their comfort zone. Fear they can't do it. Fear it'll hurt if they fail. Fear of being disappointed. Fear of failure. Setting goals will, and it will take you out of your comfort zone. And your why has to be strong enough so you don't give up and quit. But ask yourself this, if I continue doing what I'm doing now, what will I miss out on? And how will I feel about that? Now, think about what's important to you with your business. Are you happy getting the products at discount for your own personal use and doing some retailing here and there? If so, I'm happy for you. If you want to make an extra 200 a month, 500 a month or more, you can do that too. It's your business and it's up to you on what you want to achieve with it. Now, once you found your why, then you can start setting business goals. Keep that why in front of you all the time along with your goals. Put post-it notes all over your house. Put them in your car. Put them everywhere. Anytime you have an obstacle, a fear, a setback, read your key motivators, your why. And this is important. You can build this business. You have to believe in yourself. Believe you can achieve it. Many distributors in our company are earning a good income. They are committed, they're consistent, they're persistent. They have big goals and big dreams, and they work on personal development because you will get those no's and you will hit obstacles and you will feel like you're spinning your wheels sometimes. And you will have those people give up and quit on your team. There will be many bumps in the road. But these people that are earning the good income, they have learned not to take no's and people quitting to heart. They get through the mess in the middle that keep many people from reaching their goals. They accept it and they move on and they don't dwell on it. They have big whys and goals and they stay focused on those. Anyone can make a good income with our company. You don't need a special education. You don't need huge inventory. You can work it around a full-time job and still grow your business. It's up to you on how much you want to hit your goals. How big is your why? And if it's big enough, really nothing's going to stop you. And you can work this business around your family and a full-time job. You just need to balance it all out and it can be done. The people working jobs can make good money. The time may take a little longer, but they still can do it. So don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's situation's different and the time they have to work their business. So once you know what is important to you, now you can set your goals and how you're going to achieve them. And be specific with your goals. Do you want to make more sales or do you want to sell 30 candles next month? Do you want to do more follow-up calls or do you want to call 10 people to follow up on each week? When your goals are specific, it's easier to know if you've met them or not. It's so important that you understand exactly what you're working towards and make your goals actionable and in your control. I know we all want to earn more money and make more sales, and who doesn't? The thing is, we can't make people buy from us. We can't make our team sell more products. Those things are, for the most part, completely out of our control. So, what is in your control? How many people you talk to each week? How many fundraisers you book each month? How many Facebook Lives you do in your VIP group? When you make your goals actionable, you hold yourself accountable. And let's be honest, who hasn't had a no one is buying from me moment before? I know I have. So when setting goals for your business, you need to make them completely in your control so you alone are in charge of your success. Now, just a little dose of reality here. This really should be the first step in setting goals for your business. It would be great if you could start your Mia Bella business this month and be the highest paid distributor in the company by fling, but it isn't realistic. I truly believe that you can do whatever you set your mind to, but if you make your goals too big, they'll discourage you. So when setting goals, keep in mind how much time you have to devote to your business. Make realistic goals for yourself. Someone who's spending 30 hours a week on their business is going to build faster than someone who has 5 to 10 hours a week. You want to find a goal that's big enough, but small enough that it's possible in the time frame you set, which brings us to having a time frame. Now, this is absolutely vital when it comes to setting goals. If you say something like, I'm going to do 2 vendor events, that's a great start. I mean, at least it's specific, but let's break that down. If you do 2 vendor events all year, are you going to be happy? Or are you hoping for 2 vendor events every quarter? You can determine the time frame by setting goals for the day, the week, the month, or the quarter. Then determine your specific goal and time frame to match. If you want to complete 15 follow-up calls, you need to determine if you're going to do that one day, 1 week, or 2 weeks. Again, keep in mind how much time you have to devote to your business when you set your goals. Be sure you determine specific action steps, what you're going to do to reach these goals. Like I have written out for every one of my goals, I have my action steps. Take your goals and break it up into specific and actionable action steps. If you want to do 4 fundraisers in 6 months, how many calls are you going to make a week to different groups? Start writing out a list of people to call. Schedule time to sit down and make those calls. And you could do this with whatever goal you have, big or small. Break your goals down into tiny chunks so that you avoid getting overwhelmed and you take action. And share your goals on our team group. Share them with your sponsor. Ask for an accountability partner to help you stay on track, whether it be your sponsor or another team member. Make it a commitment to report to your sponsor once a week and let them know what your goals are and what action steps you're taking to achieve them. And really, the only way you don't get to the end is if you quit. So sometimes you just don't have any results. Well, how do you stay motivated? There are a couple ways that you could stay motivated while you're not getting results. One is to look at people who are very successful that have also failed. Look at Ray Kroc, who was a failure his whole entire life until he stumbled upon a burger stand and then ended up buying out the little burger stand and created McDonald's in the 60s. Elvis Presley got kicked off the Grand Ole Opry stage and was told to go back truck driving. Look at your upline directors in your business. Do you think they felt like it was going well for them all the time? No, they struggle too. Not getting results is par for the course. It's just how it is. It's how it is for everyone in a direct sales business. And you are not alone. And sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. I get that. You're tired, you're stressed out, you just want to sit in front of the TV at night and veg out. This is when you get that why in front of you. So how to become successful is to be persistent through failure. Persistent through failure. That is literally only 50% of it. Now, many people are persistent, but you have to be persistent through failure over and over again. This is how you get to success. And believe me, I failed a lot at a lot of different things. Thank God I tried one more time with my business. And it's normal. You have to understand that normal for everyone. It's normal to be doing work and not getting many results. Keep going. Be persistent. Let the vision of who you want to be pull you past those obstacles. Just having a why isn't enough. You have to have a vision of who you want to become that is so powerful. Who are you? Who do you want to become? That vision, along with your why, is so critical to get you past the obstacles. Be persistent through failure. Successful people, they are enthusiastic and share their passion wherever they go. When you are excited, you are contagious, and people are drawn to your excitement. You're happy, you're caring, they're drawn to passionate people and people with a positive attitude. So also work your business like a business. You have to treat your business like a business and work it like an owner of the company in order to earn the income of the business and to live the life of the CEO. If you want to get a job at a local business, you would have to actually go into work on a regular basis to earn your paycheck. It's the same way with a direct sales company. Yes, you get to be your own boss, but you still have to put in the hours and work to make your paycheck and grow your business. And also focus on income producing activities. Once you have a schedule in place and you're ready to treat your business like a business, you need to learn where to focus your limited time and activities. One of the biggest mistakes I see distributors make is spending time on activities that don't actually make them an income or move them closer to reaching their goals. Your office does not have to be perfect. You do not need to know everything about every product and function of the company. You don't have to recreate every tool, training, and template and video and image out there. You also don't need to be online all day, every day, checking every group or replying to every email and message right away. In order to work smarter and reach your goals faster, you need to focus on income producing activities. These activities are are activities that lead to cash transaction like customer orders, online or home parties, or open houses, or fundraising, or vendor events, team building. Focus 80% of your time on follow up with customers, reaching out to new customers, building relationships, recruiting, and helping your team build their business too. Develop a mindset of success and stop procrastinating. I can never say that word right. I don't know why. The main reason people fail in any business is because they do not work on developing the mindset of success and overcoming their fears. They let their fear rule their thoughts. They allow procrastination to hold them back from doing what they need to do and make excuses for why they are not where they want to be in their business. And procrastination is the number one killer of productivity. Whether you really realize it or not, procrastination is a form of fear. It is caused by being afraid of the outcome of the activity, by not feeling confident in our abilities to achieve the goal, or by not actually being committed enough to their goals in the first place. So, overcoming procrastination comes down to making a real commitment to reaching your goals. Have a plan in place to work your business with set goals and activities and an accountability partner to connect with each week. Like I said, whether it be a team member, your upline, fellow distributors, um, they can also help you stop procrastinating. So, the more serious you take your business, the more successful you will become. Sadly, when things get difficult in your personal or professional lives, many people quit, but people quit things all the time: diets, exercise, jobs. They quit when they quit when it becomes difficult because it's actually easier for them. So I encourage you to commit to your dreams and goals with Mia Bella, because you won't regret it if you do. And remember, winners never quit and quitters never win. So take action, get better, try, fail, learn, try again, fail. Do what you have to do until you get your first customer, until you get your first comma check, until you get where you want to be. And the bottom line, goal setting is really a waste of time if you do not plan to actually achieve the things you want. So I hope that helps. And we had something at the end, Kathy. Oh, Brian Tracy. He's a very good network marketing trainer. I love listening and reading his information. Um, I try to also spend a lot of time in personal development because it has really helped me with my business, even if it's 15 minutes a day reading a book or reading a network marketing trainer's blog or listening to a short video. There's so much great information out there, and that has really helped me get through the ups and downs in my business too, and keep me more positive because, like I said, there's a lot of things happening in our lives. People are stressed, busy, but you need to keep that positive attitude and just go for it. So, and that's all I have. Kathy has the goal setting post Ready, set goals. Now's the time to start thinking about the year and what you want to achieve in your business. A lot easier if you start at the beginning of the year and make steady progress rather than wait until the last quarter to try to cram it all in. We will use this thread to post who has completed cultivating their goals for 2022 and have shared either with the group or their sponsor and upline. So that'll be in the Light Your Dream Team group. Kathy will be putting that in there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I would love to have everyone take a listen to this recording, take a look at some of the resources, as you said, on the training group that is motivational, but also very specific to goal setting, and spend some time over the next week really doing exactly as Allison said. Think about your why, what you want to achieve, what the specific steps are to get there, figure out who you're going to use to keep you motivated. Send those goals to your sponsor or your upline or post them to the group. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that and only want to share it with your sponsor, that's fine. But go ahead and post on the group that you've done that step so that we can add your name to one of the goal banners here. And we'll have that on that thread. I think everything that Allison has said tonight is very, very important. If you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. And I think that the biggest thing that I liked you talking about at the beginning is that you can only control what you can control.
Yep.
You know, you can control the actions that you take. You can't always necessarily control the outcome. But if you know that you took the necessary steps, you know, whether it is contacting 2 people a day about a fundraiser, then celebrate that. You made the calls, you sent the package, you did the follow-up, you did what you could in an attempt to achieve your goal. Now, whether they actually do it or not is out of your control, and you can't beat yourself up for that. But that doesn't mean that you stop. Just like Allison said, then the next day you do it again and you do it again. And before you know it, that accumulative action then results in successful goals. But I think too many times we just kind of flail around thinking that things will happen, and they aren't going to happen unless you put a plan in place. And Allison has done a great job of doing that. She was the first one to look at her goals, write it out on paper. She said she keeps it on her desk so she can review it frequently, so that we don't forget what is it that I'm working towards, and then set up those kind of small intermediate congratulations when you've done something small. Figure out how you want to reward yourself for following through with that. And then when you've gotten the bigger goals, then definitely have a celebratory, buy yourself a treat, a new book, a new purse, something that shows that it was worth the work that you put into it. Because I work full time and I get home at night, and especially right now, it's like 0 degrees. I got home, I was freezing. I just wanted to lay in bed and warm up and, not do anything. But then I have to ask myself, so where's my business going to be tomorrow if that's the choice that I made? And it doesn't mean that once in a while I can't make that choice. I can lay in bed on occasion, but I can't make that a habit. I have to know what my goals are, and I have to have the motivation and the willingness to go after them. So Allison, is there anything else that you wanted to add? We got a few more minutes here. I thank you so much for your presentation. We will put this up on the Facebook group as well as the Mia Bella training website. It does take a while for it to kind of populate and the recording to come available, so I'll get that up there tomorrow. But I think it's really, when we work from home like this, it can get kind of lonely. So I think it's really important that we all engage in the Facebook group and talk about this and help each other, share what your goals are, even, your little ones and your big ones. And another point that you made, I think you have to decide for yourself what is appropriate at your level of entry in the business. Don't compare yourself to someone that's been in the business for 19 years. Okay. Use that as a motivation to where you can get, because if somebody else can do it, then you can do it too. Know that there are people in the company that are making money. and in all aspects of the ways that we can make money, whether it's fundraising, retailing, or sponsoring others into the business and coaching them to do the same. So all aspects of this company, it has the ability to earn you income, and whatever you choose is great. So share that with us. Share on the group, a little goal, and then if you have some failures in that, share it with us. Don't be afraid to bring that up, because maybe somebody else in the group had the same issue and they found a way to overcome it, or maybe we can brainstorm different ways to help you, get past that stumbling block, or share, an experience that might help you. So do that, as well as, your successes. When you have done something really good, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. That's what makes this fun, to do this as a team.
Absolutely.
So,
I
anything
love
else?
hearing when people have made it some sales, they're excited. It just gets me so excited just to
Yes.
see their excitement. And
Yes.
I like that you mentioned about sharing your obstacles and what you're struggling with, because there are other people on our team that might be going through the same thing and maybe just don't want to post it or talk about it because they feel like everybody else is doing it but them. But
Right.
really, it's everybody struggles with something in their business. So put it in the group so we can kind of give each other ideas and bounce it off each other and help each other, because that's what we're here for. Everybody just to help each other grow their business and let everybody know that there's always somebody there for them when they're struggling. They're not alone. They're trying to figure it all out.
Right. No, absolutely. Very good advice all the way through. We appreciate those that came on the call live tonight, and we'll get it posted. So once you've had a chance to take a look at the recording, be sure to ask questions. If you're stumbling and trying to write things out, and I think Allison, shared in the group some of those forms that she used, the kind of the breakdown and how you define your goal, the time frame that you're going to do it in, and the action steps. So we'll get that in there. Print those off for yourself. But if you're struggling and figuring out, how do you word it, how do you make the determination of how long something should take, get with your sponsor or ask the leaders on the group, and we'll work together to get that happening for you, because I don't want you to get paralyzed by feeling that this is too big of a task. But really, if you don't spend the time to figure out what you want to do, chances of you getting there aren't going to be as great. If you're just going to wing it and stumble upon it, your chances of failure are going to be more than your successes. But even to get to the successes, as Allison said, you're going to have to go through some failures, but not to give up, because that's the only way that you can get to success, is working your way through those failures. So if you're struggling in how to write out your goals, or what may be appropriate for you at the level of your business, if you're brand new, what is the first goal that you should set for yourself? If you're, someone that's been in the business a little bit longer, and then you start to focus on maybe more of the titles, the positions, and there's something that you want to achieve, get to a director position, and you don't quite understand what that means or how you get there, then ask us, because we're totally willing to work through all of that so that you understand what you need to do. So we don't want you to be paralyzed by, this is too hard to do. And
Right.
It's not one of those make a New Year's resolution, then forget about it in 7 weeks, because your income isn't going to grow if that's what happens. So taking these steps, these plans, and working through it is what's going to keep you here 6 months from now, a year from now, so that in December, when you do look back, you can say, wow, this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I did.
Right. And also, I'd like to add, you can always tweak these deadlines. You can always tweak your action steps.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like this all year.
Right. No, that's a good
Make
point.
it to work. If something's not working that you wrote down and your timeline on it, just switch it up. You can do that. I mean,
Yes.
it's not
No,
going to
very
be
good
the
point.
same. It's okay to tweak it. Don't be afraid to
Right.
do that.
Yeah, it's not something that you do in January that you have to stick through December. If you start a method of building your business and you decide that maybe you don't like doing that, it doesn't mean that you have to because you wrote it down. You know, you can then switch to one
Yeah.
of the different, that's the beauty of Sensations. We got lots of different ways to make money. So then pick something else. If it doesn't meet the timeline, that doesn't mean that you failed. You just readjust. So yeah, it's not something that you are going to write out now and then not take a look at until December at the end of the year. You know, look at it every week and see, are you making progress? Is there something that might need to be adjusted? Did you maybe set something too high and you're not quite ready to do that? So do you need to back it down a little bit so that you can get success? Do you need to stretch out the time so it takes you just a little bit longer, but you're going to get there? So yeah, very good point that it's okay to adjust.
Mhm.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. Looks like most people are muted, so we'll go ahead and just kind of end the call on that, and then I'll get this posted to the group tomorrow. And then I really hope that people do kind of jump in. And I think the first goal that everybody should have is to complete their goals. So hopefully within the next week, we can start getting some names added to our little goal banner there, and that Allison's isn't the only name that's up there. I want to add somebody else. So who's going to be the next
Yes.
one to go next to Allison there? Put up some goals and let's make it happen. It's going to be a great year. I was on a leaders call today, and lots of cool things happening in Sensations, and it's going to be a really good year. So I want you all to be a part of that. You all have the ability and the resources and the product and the company and the team behind you to make this happen. So let's do it. So again, Allison, thank you so much for the time that you put into doing the training here for us tonight. I know it's something that's really important and you see the value in doing the goal setting. So thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
And now that I put in my work time, I'm going to go get my jammies on and crouch into some blankets and try to warm up with this 0-degree weather that we're having here. So everybody stay warm, stay
warm.
safe.
Yep.
And I appreciate you all, and we'll see you on the group then, okay?
All right. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Bye.